Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and yes, welcome to another beautiful episode of Yarn with Praise. Guys, waiting the yarn. Obviously from the headline, you guys already know what I'm going to be talking about today. And yes, I'm going to be talking about why you still judge people. And yes, if you are interested in knowing why you still judge people, or maybe you were still judging people and you want to know why am I judging people, do stay tuned. I'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, come on!
Come on, come on. Alright, so I said I'm going to be talking about why you still judge people. So I'm going to be discussing this issue from 2 points, that is maturity and experience. You stop judging people, or the way you judge people might reduce when you start getting exposed, when you start getting experience, and when you start getting mature. When you get exposed at a very young age, and experience is teaching you a lesson, and if you are wise enough to learn from those lessons, then you get mature. So that's I'm going to be saying the reason why you judge people is based on your maturity level, on also your experience level. So let me give you a story. Before I judge people a lot, let me just use this maybe silly and they're still important example. On WhatsApp, people can just upload anything they feel like on their status. They just anything they are passing through, they just anything that happens to them, or maybe especially all this. When people have issues with their boyfriend, when people have issues with friends, fake love everywhere, get behind me, all this fuck off, all this story for using the F word, all this I don't want to say all these stupid things because I'll stop judging them. All these things, and you'll be like, what's doing all these ones? It's only that voila. Everybody's going through their own too. Like nothing they're saying, get off bad friends, I beg, they do fake love. This, I'm like, so before I do judge them, like, some people don't have brains. People are just so stupid. How can they be uploading something like this? Wait, it's only there's having issues. And in fact, if you are kicking the cock, look at yourself too, and all of that. So I do judge them a lot at that point. And so when I started getting experience, and when I started experiencing similar things, I now found myself like I wanted to do what they were doing too. Like I wanted to put on my status, because the way I was annoyed, I didn't have anybody to talk to at that point. So I wanted to pour out my heart on my status, and I wanted to be like, just rank on myself like they do. And it just dawned on me like, okay, remember those times you used to judge all these people whenever they do stuff like this? Remember all those times you used to call them stupid, tell them they don't have brain, and now you are the verge of doing the same thing. I didn't let her upload stuff like that on my status because pride did not let me, and because I have judged people. But to judge, you understand? So I could not bring myself to do the same thing. So basically what I'm saying, that's the very it might be irrelevant example, but it's a very common thing. So if you judge people with the way they behave, or you see people behaving somehow and you started judging them, this is when you have to think, you have to have brain, you're just like this, I'm sure you're doing like this because of this. It's just because you've never been in their shoes, just because you've never experienced what they're experiencing. So when you get to be in their shoe, when you experience what they're experiencing, you tend to behave the same way. You might not say tend, okay, you might want to behave the same way, you might want to react the same way they are reacting now to that issue. So don't judge people, because one day or maybe someday you might get to experience what they're experiencing, or you might get to be in that same situation or in their shoes one day, and you'll find out that okay, this is why these people reacted this way, this is why this person reacted this way. So that pride and shame no go let you do that thing or react that way, which maybe you start feeling okay, you're not expressing yourself very well, because so you start having conscience, your conscience will start pricking you. So try as much as possible to not judge them. So nowadays I just find myself, whenever I want to judge, like, who knows, maybe they are passing through this thing, maybe this thing is what is causing it. Well, God will help them, Sha. So I just find myself that okay, I don't judge people again. I just try to put myself in that shoes. I'm like, okay, Praise, if you were in these shoes, what will you do? You might actually react that same way too. So guys, if you are still judging people, it's all because maybe it's maybe because you've not experienced that same thing, or you've not been in their shoe, or because you are not mature enough and you are not experienced enough, and that is why you are judging people. So stop judging people, because when you get to be in that situation, you might not want to react that way, and to be painful because you wouldn't get to express yourself. So guys, that will be all for today. I know it's a very short one. Thank you for joining me on another beautiful episode of Yarn with Praise. Do well to like this video, share to people that they are common and they are always judging people. Share to them, let them change their mind and let them change their mindset. And do well to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, and turn on your notification bell to get notifications whenever I drop any other video. I love you guys. See you next time.